Well, I'm pleased you made it to the next slide presentation. On this presentation video, we'll first explain what an ideal assignment of mortgage payment home is, and also how much will you earn in commissions. First, just let me introduce myself. My name is Caleb White, and I'm originally from New Zealand, and now been back here in Fort Worth for more than 5 years. My mother was born in Bridgeport and raised in a little town called Boyd, Texas. So I've got a dual citizenship and I really love it over here in the USA. I work with my father, Paul White, and as far as I'm concerned, this country is still a land of opportunity, and especially when it comes to making money through real estate. I've learned that I simply have to get out of the common real estate box and change what I'm doing to meet the need around us. People are in desperate need today for solutions, and now we can be the solution, and at the same time, we can all get paid for it. What's an ideal house for assignment of mortgage payments? It can be a home with a value less than the mortgage amount, but in most cases, the difference should be less than 20%. And it can be behind in payments, but again, in most cases, no more behind than 5% of the selling price. So a quick example of that would be a home is worth $100,000. It should not be delinquent any more than $5,000, and that's including delinquent property taxes. And remember, we're talking about the ideal home here. Of course, we can be a little bit flexible on this. Now, why? Why do we want to limit the delinquency amount? Well, the reason basically is because the end buyer has to pay the delinquent amount plus your commission, as well as our assignment fee and the down payment amount. So the lower the down payment required, the higher the chances are in finding an end buyer. Just a quick example here. Say the seller is behind in $4,000 of mortgage payments. Also property taxes, maybe $1,000 behind. Now the down payment from the end buyer may be $10,000. So that only leaves $5,000 towards commission and an assignment fee. So we want to keep that down payment as low as possible. Also, you might have to remember that sometimes people live in property owners associations or homeowners associations. They do get delinquent in those payments as well. So we might have to factor that in to this equation as well. 3, the value of the home can be more than the mortgage, or it could even have no mortgage at all. Our attorney can help us to wrap a loan around the existing loan so the owner can get a fair price. And also our attorney can help us create a loan for the owner where there is no loan. If it's an owner's investment home and they say no and they just want to sell it outright, you could ask them what they intend to do with the money from the sale of the house. Most of the time they'll invest their money, but their return on investment typically would be very, very low. Then they ask, you could ask them if they want to double or sometimes even triple their return by keeping it in their own home. Obviously, no toilets to fix or other maintenance to do, as you're actually selling the home to the buyer. So I just want to make it really clear that this is not a rent to own or rent then buy or a lease option. That is not what this is. One thing I really need to stress to everybody, this is extremely important. Now, unless you are a mortgage loan originator or an attorney, do not discuss terms with a buyer or a seller unless you're qualified to do so. And this is another big major reason that we use an attorney. So, I mean, by all means, let's all work together and let's all do this right. A minimum of 2 to 3 years until it balloons. Although it is better to go for a slightly longer term of 3 to 5 years. And the reason for that is because we really don't want it to fail. We need to give people enough time so they can get their credit rating in a good enough shape so they can actually qualify for a new loan. And also, some forbearance agreements can qualify and some can't. Each one stand on their own merits, and obviously our attorney would make that decision. Also, I want to talk to you about your commission. Now, we'll pay you 3% seller's commission of the total sales price, or if there is not enough profit in the deal to pay you 3%, we will at least share our profit with you by giving you half of the profits. So we will guarantee 50% of the profit or 3% of the sales price, whatever is the lesser amount. And we'll explain this further in the next video. If you have any questions about this or about this video, please email info@kiwiinvestments.com. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.